Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for today's video. We are going to do some baby prep, but not in the way you might think. We are going to sew some washcloths, burp cloths, maybe some bibs. We're gonna start some sewing. If you aren't following my Instagram, then maybe you don't know, but I have recently taken up sewing as a new hobby because clearly I don't have enough already, but it's been so much fun. For example, I made these little toddler pants the other day and they turned out so freaking good. The t-shirt I tried to make, not so much, but we're gonna see how we can do with some little washcloths. They're gonna be very simple. They're not gonna be like intricate, expert level sewing, but to be homemade is special. So I wanna do as much homemade stuff for the baby as possible. And I would love to get to a point where I can do onesies and stuff, but we've still got learning to do. So this feels very beginner friendly and I'm just gonna like film my process of trying to do this today. I don't have like a grand plan. I'm kind of just winging it. I'm not going off of patterns or anything, but yeah, so let's get started. These are sort of all of the fabrics that I have in mind, as well as maybe these two. So we've got dinosaurs. This one's really cute. I just don't know what to do with it. But then I got these two today that I think will be perfect for it. This one is like a bundle of like a bunch of different things, but I think these would make really cute washcloths, maybe burp cloths too. I think this would be a really cute burp cloth. This one would be good. However, Bentley wants me to make him pants out of it, so I just have to be mindful. And then I got some towels for like the backings of them, so that we have one like cotton side, one towel side, because I want it to be absorbent too. So far, we are 2 for 2 on babies that have acid reflux, so I am fully expecting this baby to also struggle with acid reflux and spitting up a lot. So definitely want to have burp cloths handy, but then when it comes to the washcloths, I have just absolutely hated the ones that we've had for the previous 2 years, so much so that I've never even really used them. And now they're getting weird like stains, markings on them. I don't know, maybe it could literally be mold. I don't know what it is or where it came from, but I don't like them and I want to throw them away, and I want to make some that are actually absorbent, but I still want to have a soft side because like a newborn baby's skin is so sensitive. So anywho, that's kind of the plan. I'm just going to cut them into little squares. I don't even know if I'm going to do rounded edges. I really don't have a plan. So chaotic sewing commencing right now. Okay, so comparing the baby washcloths that we already have with their mysterious stains, it's literally this 8x8 square. So I'm just gonna take this and draw my lines with my fabric marker. And I'm only gonna do one at a time since I don't know how this is gonna go and I don't wanna waste a bunch of fabric. So I'm gonna cut this out. I still need to get one of those like cutting mats, so please excuse that. We're working with what we got because I don't wanna blow a bunch of money all at once. Here's one square, and then I'm gonna do the same thing with the towel. But I don't want this part in it, so I'm gonna cut that out of it. We're just gonna go from right inside that. Then in theory, it's basically gonna be like this. I don't think I'm gonna bother with the edges. Is there a good and bad side of the towel? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is there a front and back? I don't really think so. So first we're gonna put them right sides together because I like to have a really clean seam. I'm just gonna go ahead and pin the corners to keep everything locked in where it should be. I probably should have ironed this, but I don't really feel like it. So I'm thinking that I'm literally just gonna like sew all around it first. But that should literally be like all this takes, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know what kind of seam I want to do. I'm gonna put it on that one. I fully have no idea what I'm doing, y'all. Let's see what this does. I think this is working pretty good. I just need this to get under the foot. It's popped above the foot and I need it to not be above the foot. There we go. Okay, I'll try to zoom you in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I just kicked my entire tripod. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm gonna try this little tip that people have told me where you just keep the needle in, but rotate this, put the foot back down, and keep going. Oh, this keeps getting, there we go. And then lift the foot, rotate it around, drop the foot with the needle in the whole time. This is actually a really nice way to do the corners. Wow. I'm trying to keep it as close to the edge as possible because it's supposed to like help with fraying, but here's where we gotta pay attention, folks. We're gonna sew this all the way to about like here. We want to leave an opening so that we can flip it back right side out. We're gonna make sure we lift the foot all the way up, turning the knob towards us, or lift the needle, I should say. Pull it out, cut it. Make sure you backstitch so that doesn't come out, but now we're gonna try, I kind of didn't leave a big enough opening, but we're gonna try to feed this through. If I need to take some of those stitches out, I will. But guys, that actually looks really good. Look at these seams. Okay, here's our seams. Can you see it? It's like not wanting to focus on the right spots. Anyways, so through this little opening, where'd it go? Right here. We're gonna try to pull it all out through that. I might have to actually undo some of the seams because I might not have left a big enough opening. I really need to get like a comfortable chair for over here instead of these hard wooden ones. Also, do they like make a tool for you to feed stuff through or no? I really might have to undo some of that. I thought I left a big enough gap, but evidently not. I think this is gonna be so cute though. It's just this thick towel that's gonna make it tough. Where there's a will, there's a way. I'm just gonna keep pushing it. Oh, that is stretching the seams. I should have left a bigger opening. Here we go. I've made a twisted mess. What the fuck? We're getting there. Stretching all the seams, but we're getting there. Definitely gonna leave a bigger opening on the next ones. Okay, oh, but we got it. So now, I don't actually have like the tool for it, but this is small enough that I'm gonna use this, but I'm just gonna like stick something in here to push the corners out to keep them like really nice and sharp. I want that nice, crisp corner. They definitely make a tool for that though. So here's what it's looking like. I know it's just trying to focus on my face, but it looks like that. But we're gonna sew more so that it doesn't like open and bubble like this. So that's what we're gonna do now. But this is actually such a cute little washcloth. Okay, it's a little big. Well, maybe not. I'm gonna see how it looks if I just do an extra stitch. So first I'm gonna close up that hole that we left to pull it all through. So to do that cleanly, I'm going to push this fabric inwards on both and then sew it. To keep my seam continuous, I'm gonna start with where the opening hole is, and then I'm just gonna keep going all the way around it, and that's also gonna help keep it secure. And then I think that our simple little washcloth will be done, and that's like a super easy, like super easy and quick. I'm gonna make it a little bit of a tighter stitch. I've been doing zigzag stitches because if I don't do zigzag, it literally does not work. Even though I think that the straight stitch, can I see that, buddy? I think that the straight stitch would probably look better for this, but I don't have this scrap fabric. I could try a 6. I just don't know, like, let me see how that does even on this, even though this isn't as thick. That's not bad. Actually might be tight enough with the towel. So I'm gonna try to do a straight stitch, even though I fear it's gonna be a mistake. I'm gonna try because it looks a lot cleaner. Okay guys, here we go. This is for all the marbles. I'm not gonna backstitch it since I'm gonna meet it at the corner. Ah, it just screwed up because it's too thick. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. And then the thread clusters. Maybe my threads weren't long enough though. We're gonna try again. We're not gonna give up yet. Start down a little further so it's not as thick. Sometimes I think that the foot just has a hard time walking at first. Let's try again. I don't think this is going right. No, it's definitely not. Definitely not. Okay. I need to check on my threading. Generally when it starts doing this, something's not threaded right. So is that catching the tension? Yep. Yeah, that's catching that lever. All of those tension levers should be good. So let's check the bobbin. I mean, that one is right too. I don't really know why it's screwing up. I don't understand why it can do the zigzag, but this is what happens every time I do a straight stitch, is it like screws up and doesn't want to do it. And this is all white and hard to see. Like it's tight. I don't know if it's too tight. I can't even find these threads because they're so hidden in here. I'm just gonna cut them and leave it alone. I was trying to like pull them out, but I'm gonna have to cut a little bit of scrap with the towel or I'm not gonna be able to get this right. I don't know, man. Let's see. My sewing machine's also ancient and I always wonder if that's my problem. Okay, let's see if it can do it. Now it's not having a problem. This is what always happens to me. It'll be fine on the scrap fabric and then I go to the project and it's like screwed up. See, that's acting totally fine. So maybe I'm just gonna try again because what's going on? Do I dare try again on my project? We're just gonna try, guys. I literally have to go so slow. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Lift the foot and rotate it. Drop the foot. Okay, we turned a corner. So far, it's looking good on that side. Ooh, that was like perfect. Wait, this is looking really good. Oh my god, okay. Everybody calm down. I'm actually glad I didn't do the bias tape because I feel like I would have just screwed it up. I am actually so surprised that this is going well. Okay. I'm excited. It looks so cute. Okay, that lined up pretty perfectly. So now we just gotta go back over this and hope that it doesn't screw up. Okay, it should be done. Yes, and there's no birds nesting underneath. That's the best sign. Ah, you guys! Oh my god, I don't want to be loud because Bentley's napping, but this is so good. It's literally a washcloth. Like, I'm just sewing a square, but if you're looking for a beginner project, like truly beginner, this is the one. This is so cute. And I feel like the materials that they use for baby washcloths are actually so bad based on my experience of what I've bought. And this is a literal towel. Like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna actually do something. Ah, look, you guys. Let me give you a close up. Okay, look, and look at these little fancy looking edges in the back. Look at it. Oh my god, you guys. Now I need to make literally 100 more. But like, now that I have my method down for sewing, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut out a bunch of squares. I don't know if I should do another Winnie the Pooh or if I should save some of that for like a burp cloth. But if I did burp cloth, it would be like, the pattern would be the wrong way. Like, should I do a burp cloth? Because I'm gonna make the burp cloths literally the same way. So I could just do like an 8 by 12. I could do 8 by 14. I'll just do that, why not? So my bobbin is empty, so we're gonna thread a bobbin together. I feel like I'm probably gonna run out of this, but that's okay because I just bought more today. So we're gonna take this out of threading the needle because we're gonna need to do something else with it. So we're gonna take it below this and around it, through the top of this top little hole. Getting it through this little hole, kind of a nightmare sometimes. There we go. So it goes through the top little hole. We're gonna put it on here. If I could stop dropping it. So now we literally just push the button, like push the little sew thing, and it's gonna fill it up. Now it's full and it's even. Now I gotta just figure out, yeah, right here is where I left off. So I finished all of the washcloths. We have, I think, 6. Oh, there's a string I missed cutting. Look at them all. Ah! Okay, now I'm gonna do the burp cloths. Okay, so I just finished the burp cloths. It's super overexposed with the white, so it's like you can't even see it. Okay, there we go. Boom, burp cloth 1, boom, burp cloth 2. And then of course, the matching washcloths. And I'm low-key thinking about making scrunchies out of some of these small scraps because why not? Oh my gosh, that's so cute. This is the cutest little layout. Wait, look. Look how cute, all my little washcloths. Okay, so of everything that I've done, I feel like these are the most beginner friendly, even more so maybe than a blanket, except, well, it's kind of the same exact process as a blanket, but it's smaller, so it's a little bit easier to like feed it through and stuff. But if you are beginning sewing or want to sew things for your kids, start with washcloths, because that was the easiest thing I've ever done, and I wish I would have started with that and not a t-shirt, because this was so much more simple. And this, Charles just hurt himself. This was the least problematic like session of sewing that I've had so far. It's like the 4th time that I've sat down and sewn. I think that's right. But this was the least problematic. Other than my bobbin running out of thread, I didn't really have a bunch of problems with bird nesting, if you know what I'm talking about. That is like my biggest problem. And I blame my machine, though I fear it's user error and not my machine. So we're getting better, and I feel like because it's not happening as much, I don't know that I can blame my machine. I think it may in fact be my fault. I didn't have problems with that today, and all of these went so smoothly, relatively speaking. And I'm so excited about this. These are so cute. And it's such a good way to use up scrap fabric if you're like, if you have like a weird amount of fabric left that you don't know what to do with. So I'm really excited. These are way better than the cheapo depot washcloths we had before that just like aren't absorbent and don't do anything. In hindsight, this one's top fabric is 100% cotton, and this one's top fabric is cotton flannel, and I think I like the cotton flannel more because this is softer, but I will let you know when it's actually used as a washcloth which one seems better, but I'm sure they'll both be fine because they both have towel. But that was surprisingly easier than anticipated. I might still conquer Bibs another day, but I'm gonna call it for the night. Hi, okay, so it's been a few days and I'm gonna tackle the bib. I'm gonna do it. I dug out some old bibs that we had with our first 2 boys, and truthfully, they're disgusting. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you can tell. That's like staining, like they're nasty. I definitely don't wanna reuse them, which is just double confirmed that I want to make some. So I'm gonna use these to make a pattern and then sew it based off of that. The only thing that I don't think I'm gonna do is I don't think that I'm gonna do the bias tape. I'm not there yet, guys. My skill level, not there yet, but I'm gonna try to just make bibs in the exact same manner that I made the washcloths and burp cloths, where I have like a top piece of fabric and towel backing and sew it, flip it inside out, flip it right side out, sew top stitch, and call it a day. Like that's, I think, what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna sew Velcro on it. I did buy Velcro the other day at the store. So I'm gonna try to make bibs, and then we'll have homemade washcloths, burp cloths, and bibs. And then that might be it for this video. I still don't know. Guys, I'm sorry. I went into this with a little bit of not a plan, but it's fun regardless. And we're baby prepping. And I'm also getting very, very nesty. And I think that I'm gonna start working on a nursery space soon. The nesting urges are they're really kicking in. I'm getting so close to the 3rd trimester, and I'm just starting to like stress out a little bit because we haven't done any baby prep and don't exactly have anywhere to put stuff that we get, which is kind of why I haven't been getting stuff. Like I've just been like walking past stuff and not getting stuff because I'm like, well, it's all just stacking up in the closet. This is getting off point. Back to the sewing video. I'm sorry. First thing I'm gonna do is make the pattern. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna move my flowers out of the way. Charles came home with those one day because I was having a really bad day, and it was really sweet. Oh yeah, and then this is something that I want to do. So this is one of my old shirts that's definitely way too small now with the bump and everything. This is one of my old shirts that Graham became obsessed with because he loves Mickey Mouse, and he tries to wear it as a nightgown, but it's obviously huge. So I want to see if I can like cut it up and use this shirt as a template. That didn't go well when I tried to make a shirt for Bentley, but if I can make this a regular toddler size shirt, that'd be really sick. So I might try to do that at some point, but probably not today. I might make it a little bit like longer because I always hated kind of how, actually, I don't know, because like newborns are tiny. I really want to get that like roll out craft paper so that it's like all one big piece. Because I just don't know if this is going to give me enough seam allowance to use one piece of paper. But if I did this, would it? And then like something like that, yeah, that probably would. Okay, so I'm gonna tape these together like so. This is how I've been making all of my patterns so far. I haven't bought a single pattern out of all the things that I've made, frankly, because I'm too stubborn and I just don't want to. I'm gonna eventually start buying patterns because I eventually want to start making like my own clothes and stuff like that, and like making clothes that I don't already have, you know what I mean? Like you can make a pattern out of clothes you already have, but then it's gonna be just like the clothes you already have. So I want, that tape went on so bad. So I want to start making like cute clothes, but we'll see. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna still leave like the 1.5 inches of seam allowance. Not that I really know what that means, but I don't know if this is like the best method out there, but I just kind of make little like checkpoint marks along the edge of it. What if I just do half of it and fold it? And then like, I think I'm gonna try to cut it in half. I'm gonna try to just do the old, I'm gonna try that and see what happens. We'll try this. God, I don't know. I'll try it. What's it gonna hurt? Okay, so I haven't known what to do with this fabric, and I think that this fabric will be perfect for it. So if I put this here, then when I cut it out and fold it open, then it should be freaking fine. Do you want me to zoom you guys in? Let me hurry up and do this line. Oh, these aren't fabric scissors. Where is my brain at today? A little something like that. Yeah, wait. Oh, except for how teeny, but it's gonna be sewn lower. Okay, 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 okay. There's our one piece. So here's what we're working with, our towel piece and then our front piece, and it's gonna look a little something like that. Is that not so cute, you guys? Like, oh my God. Somehow both of my camera batteries are like dead, so I think I'm gonna have to switch to my phone, so I'm sorry. I'm just gonna put right sides together and get it pinned. And it's gonna be super simple. We're literally just gonna sew all the way around, leaving a gap probably down here to flip it inside out, or right side out, I guess I should say. I'm probably going a little overboard with the pins. Ouch, just poked myself. Okay, so now we are all pinned up. Look, I'm almost out of thread. Oh my goodness. I'm so tired. So I think I want to try to do a straight stitch first. We're going to see how it goes. I'm going to go ahead and back stitch it since I'm going to be feeding it back through. I want that to be strong and not just like come apart whenever I'm trying to pull it through. This is questionable. Okay, now we just hope that the stitch in the back isn't terrible. It seems like it's tight. Okay, so we're gonna pull this out. I did a straight stitch on that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to cut the excess seam allowance to 1/4 inch, and then I'm gonna zigzag the edge of that to keep it from fraying. And then I'm gonna flip it right side out. This is a different, I guess, sort of different method. I've been watching videos and I'm trying to figure out like, you know, the right way to like finish off your seams without a serger. But from what I'm looking at with the stitching, like, it kind of looks like that other bib. I'm just worried about the neck hole, to be honest. But it's really not that bad. Okay, so let me get my fabric thing. Let me show y'all what I'm doing. Okay, so you can see obviously where we just stitched. I kind of want to lay this on it. Okay, so the neck hole might not be, like, that's pretty small. It might not be a problem. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, I'm just gonna give it a little dash in a few spots. That should keep me pretty solid. And then I'm gonna trim it and I'm gonna sew a zigzag stitch on that edge. Thank you. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. You can see the shape and I'm going to do the zigzag. Okay, see how this is like finishing off the seam and now it's like closed in and not gonna fray? That's what we're going for. I fear this is too small.
The
like,
arms might be a little long, like, or a little short, I mean.
Ah!
Yeah. I mean.
It's just skinny arms. It's mostly. I don't know. Oh man, oh man. Okay, I think I'm gonna try to stitch as close to the edge as possible. Here we go.
Not now, not now.
Shit, y'all, we are out of thread. Let's get this out of here and rethread it. Okay, that's kind of cute. The question is just like, will it work and will it fit? I'll definitely probably make one more that's bigger, just for like the just in case. And I'm sure that down the line I'll make more, but I just mean like for today. Here's our bib. And then it should just attach like this. That looks like a real small hole, but what can you do? I guess in hindsight, I should have put one of them on the front and one of them on the back so it was like flush like that. How much does that matter? What do you think? I don't know. I think this one's probably small anyway, so I think maybe we just leave it. I don't know. But you guys, we have a bib. That is so freaking cute. We're making a second one. Okay, here is this one before trimming the excess. My curves are looking a lot better. Obviously, like I said, this time I'm doing less seam allowance, but I'm gonna cut it, zigzag it, flip it inside out. Okay, so we have our zigzag around the edge to like seal it in. Okay, here is this one after top stitching. It's actually so much better than the other one. So I'm just gonna do the Velcro. Okay, this one is done and I put the Velcros like on the opposite side so that it closes smoothly now. It's so cute. I did that, y'all. Yay. Here you can clearly see that like this one is bigger, which is what I wanted. This one I think is too small. But then also the difference, like these were really skinny. I made these nice and fat and they actually even curve in a little bit, which is good. And this one I had done the Velcros, both pieces on the back, which makes it more awkward to attach versus this one is much smoother. Like, look guys, that looks so good. And now I'll compare this to the like pre-bought one. I want to like line up the neck and see. Yeah, the neck really should fit. You just forget how small a newborn is, but I wanted to have a little bit of extra space. So I think it's good. And maybe this one will work too, I don't know. But I know that the fabric will shrink a little bit when we wash it. So I think that this one's gonna be perfect. I think that that officially finishes out our episode 1 of sewing, and also more specifically sewing for the baby. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love to make more. So please comment and tell me what you think. There are so many things that I want to make for the baby. Like I wanna make baby clothes. Truly, I have an entire list, a whole list of things, but let me know if you guys enjoyed and if you want to see more of this. I am loving it. And let me know also if you would like to just like have like a sewing series in general of all of the things that I make, because I also want to start making myself clothes and a lot of stuff after I'm not pregnant anymore, and and it's a little bit easier to measure and my body will be more reliable and not be constantly growing. But yeah, I don't know what else to say, but I had so much fun making this video and I can't wait to make more stuff for the baby. Don't forget to subscribe because most of you aren't subscribed, and I will see you guys next week.